Imagine being unemployed, no family, no friends. Yes, taking care of your mom. That's probably the only thing to my name at that time. And that's the only thing I felt like I had any worth of, because I wasn't good at anything else. I didn't feel like I was worth anything else. You know, if I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, then why live? Why be here? Have any of you ever experienced a time in your life where you didn't know where you were going? You didn't know what you were doing, and there was no hope in sight. So if people out there feel like they're being behind, you're not alone in that either. A lot of people feel that they look at social media and they see all the nice things, but the thing is, when people post, you only see one side of the story. That is a very lonely, dark place. Something that day, call it God, universe, or what have you, but someone told me, open up that laptop and push that button.
Welcome back to the Iamverse Podcast. This is your host, Roshni, and today we are going to share a very incredible journey of a very incredible man whose name is DC and who thought of a suicidal attempt in his life, which then he changed his decision. But why did he change it and what happened in his life? Today we are going to talk about that. So, hi DC.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Roshni.
Welcome. So, you are a digital creator, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, can you tell me something about your background, your name, your background, and where are you from and what do you do?
Well, my name is DC. That's pretty much my nickname. My real name is Owen Chang. And I was born in New York. Shortly after that, I moved around a lot. And growing up in different places, and it was a very interesting time because I would see a lot of people having friends when I moved there. And I was saying, well, I like that. So every time I would make friends and get to know people, I would have to move. My parents would find a job somewhere else. They would just say the situation has changed, our financial situation has changed, and we have to relocate. And we relocated to different parts of the country. One of the biggest impacts was in Arizona, where I was pretty much the only Asian kid in pretty much an all-white school. So I don't know if anyone's ever felt like they were the oddball, the stranger or the new kid on the block. But I was picked on a lot, and that made me feel even more isolated. And so also with my family dynamics, I grew up in a narcissistic home. And so when I was to tell my family, my mom and my dad, who are supposed to protect me, when you're a kid, you're supposed to be protected. Your parents are supposed to protect you. But they didn't do that. They were just saying, oh, that's just go to school, get good grades, don't worry about it, because when you get a good job, everything will be okay. You'll have your family, you'll have a happy life. So all you got to do is follow the system. So that was all they would tell me. This is just part of life. This is just part of, we came to this country to bring you up so that you could have a good life. And but then being able to get supported in order to feel empowered to do that wasn't something that was in the formula. And being picked on at school and coming home to a cold shoulder after I needed comfort as a kid, that really takes a toll on your self-esteem. So fast forwarding to college and adulthood, I couldn't really see myself connecting with anyone because I equated connecting with people with having it taken away from me somehow. And for some reason, life had these things taken away from me just as I was making friends, just as I was feeling connecting with someone. And one of the most interesting things was my I found a girl in college, and we connected really well, and we hit it off. But the thing was, again, with that connection, I wasn't able to sustain that relationship when we broke it off, and my heart sunk into depression. And that was the first time that I thought of, if I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, then why live? Why be here? Why, what's the point?
Okay.
Yes.
Coming to this, DC, you told me about you are a digital creator.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have experience in cryptocurrency also, right?
Yes. Yes.
So can you tell me something about this, your background and about this thing?
Well, it was thanks to, connecting with Iamverse that I was able to learn about digital creation through their programs, and also with the cryptocurrency. And I never thought in my entire life, because I was a shy kid growing up, being isolated, you really don't feel it like you want to share yourself because you don't feel valuable of sharing anything. So thanks to Master's teaching, and thanks to just being able to have a space, have the knowledge to be able, equipped ourselves, as he would say, equipped ourselves to be able to have an outlet to which to get a better life, get better finances, get being able to show your face and be able to share your story. And I didn't think I had a story to share, but thanks to his teachings, I do. And I feel that I have a light at the end of the tunnel because of that. Yeah.
Okay. And how did you got to know about Iamverse and Master Shri Akarshna?
Well, that was interesting. When I was in a low point of my life, the second low point of my life was taking care of my mom when she was feeling ill, and
this was back then, which year?
It was very recent, yeah. So it was within the last few years.
Okay.
And I was feeling low at that point too. It was a point where I really wanted to take my life. This time it's not just college stuff. This time it was the big leagues. I'm a grown man, and I'm supposed to be much farther ahead in life than I thought I was. So if people out there feel like they're being behind, you're not alone in that either, because a lot of people feel that they look at social media and they see all the nice things. But the thing is, when people post, you only see one side of the story. And so people get into that comparative narrative based on one side of the story. You don't have the whole story. None of us do. And most people don't want to share that side. So, but I fell into that. I fell into the hype of other people's lives, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to be able to get anywhere. I'm taking care of my mom, yes, that's good. But what else do I got going on? I don't have any friends. I just didn't have the tools to be able to reestablish my life.
So basically you were unemployed?
Yes. So
that time?
Yeah,
okay.
It was just and then just being able to try to find work and try to get the emotional bandwidth up to be able to do that. And you would think that someone could just function and do that, but I didn't feel that way. And so just felt like, okay, well, if this is how it's going to be for the rest of my life, I don't want to be here.
So you were totally lost in your life, right?
Absolutely. It was
Okay.
just one of those times where, have any of you ever experienced a time in your life where you didn't know where you were going, you didn't know what you were doing, and there was no hope in sight? And that is something that I think more people are in that position, even right now, or had been in that position, or someone that's in that position. that is a very lonely, dark place. So, and so I didn't want to experience another day of that. I mean, yes, I was taking care of my mom, but then I had this feeling that, okay, well, I mean, she has a big family, and they could take care of her.
But
Yeah.
how did you like take care of your mom? Like if you were not earning at that time, about for you and for your mom,
Yeah.
only both of you were there, right?
Right. My mom had Social Security, and then my brother would sometimes offer to help financially.
You have a sibling.
Yes.
How many?
One younger brother, and that's another story all in itself, which also took a toll on my self-esteem. He became a very successful doctor with a family and 2 kids, and so imagine being unemployed, no family, no friends. Yes, taking care of your mom. That's probably the only thing to my name at that time, and that's the only thing I felt like I had any worth of, because I wasn't good at anything else. I didn't feel like I was worth anything else. So having a narcissistic brother just constantly putting you down every time he would visit our mom, and he would just have these snark comments and just be able to get under my skin and really. Have you ever been with someone where you get into a conversation with them, you spend some time with them, and then when you leave, you're like, you're just, it's just a sigh of relief. Well, that's one of those guys. He's just very high tension type person, but very successful on the outside, but on the inside, you can tell it was just. But I didn't know that. I didn't realize that at the time. Because of Master's teaching, I understand that hurt people. So if someone's hurting you, it's because they're hurt inside, and you don't have to take it personally. So, I mean, that's something that I learned, and that was something that at that point in my life when I came across a video completely by random. I was just watching YouTube. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what's on. And I don't actually didn't at the time. I didn't really watch YouTube. That's the weird thing. Something called me to watch that day.
Oh, before you were not into YouTube and all that.
Not even on digital, because every time I would see Facebook, see YouTube, it's just all these social media, I would always get in that comparative narrative, and it'd make me feel worse. I was already feeling suicidal at the time, but I said something drawn me, something that day, and call it God, universe, or what have you. But someone told me, open up that laptop and push that button. And what I saw was this Chinese guy, and I never saw a Chinese guy talk about spirituality.
You are also Chinese?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, my mom's from Burma, but anyway, that's a different. Okay. Yeah. So. But I didn't know anyone that looked like me, that and spoke English, not with an accent. Well, an English accent, but I mean not with like a foreign accent. And speaking about spirituality, and what he said made it sounded like he was just talking to me. Have you ever had it where you're in a conversation and I mean, you're watching YouTube, and it felt like they were talking to you, like everything that I was going through. He addressed that day, and I don't remember. I wish I remembered that video, and I looked at his name, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know that, but the most interesting thing is. That was the beginning of everything. And I didn't know that at the time. I just thought I felt a little better. But I didn't know that there was something more for me. And interestingly enough, after my mom had passed, after the funeral and all that, I broke all contact with my family and started all over again. And I moved to LA. Now, at the time, when I was watching Master Sri Akarshana's videos, I just thought he just had a YouTube channel. I had no idea he had events. So I moved to LA 2 years ago, and here's the thing about it is that I joined Iamverse in February of this year because I heard there was these online events, and the first event was the 5-day manifesting challenge, and it was him again, but this time he was talking on a Zoom call, and for there I was hooked. I said, okay, where's this going? And one event led to another on the Zoom, and then there was a live event coming up, and it was in LA. I said, oh well, where is it in LA? I'm kind of curious to find out.
After the 5 days manifesting challenge,
Yeah.
the second event which you attended is the Manifesting Miracles 3 days in LA.
No. It was the 5-day manifestation challenge was around February.
Yeah.
So the other events that came after that was like the 5-day viral video challenge, or there were other Zoom call events there were, I don't remember all the names of it, but it led
5-day viral video challenge.
Yeah, it had I just felt the energy, the way it was set up, the people, the friends I made, and it was really crazy because when I got to when I heard about the manifestation miracles in LA, I said, where is it in LA? Turns out, this is the most interesting thing that that just blew my mind. I really thought the universe was talking to me 2 years ago, to go to this particular part of LA, because the Manifesting Miracles was 5 minutes from my house. And I didn't know at the time 2 years ago that I'd be attending that event this August. That's the most crazy thing. I was meant to go to that event. So if you're meant to go somewhere and you don't know where you're going, sometimes life leads you into places you just have to trust. And I trusted that instinct, even though I was alone, scared. But I said, something tells me I should stay here. And now that was the confirmation this August. That was the craziest thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, DC. One more thing. You went from feeling powerless to becoming an investor and creator.
Yes.
Okay. What is the biggest mindset shift you had to make to stop operating from a place of survival and start operating from a place of creation?
That's
so
a very
means survival to creation. How it happened?
It all started with the feeling of worthiness, because there are people that have things and there are people that don't have things, and I believe in many cases the difference is mindset. And when I saw all the success that Master had, and he's being able to, he worked very hard to teach these things. He's showing us how to do it, and I'm thinking, well, that's because I don't know if any of you out there have just a very logical mindset. You need to see the proof of everything. You need to see the facts and figures. Well, those classes, those sessions are very nuts and bolts, as we say in the United States. It's like a step 1, step 2, step 3. You do this, you do that, and then once you do this, you'll accomplish this. And then it created a confidence. Once I started doing it, see, a lot of people, many people that come through here, they come and go, and they don't apply the information, and it's no wonder they don't have the confidence. So if there's one thing that I'd like to say is that it was all about just taking that little step. I didn't feel I had a story to share, or they said open up a YouTube channel. I never thought I would do that. Show my face, talk in front of a camera, talk in front of you guys. I mean, that would have never crossed my mind. I'd be very mumbly. If you saw me before February, I have a video of that. I mean, maybe I'll post it on the Facebook group, but
you should.
yeah,
you should.
I was so scared, like a deer caught in headlights. It was really crazy. And that the reason why I can talk to you is because I just took a little bit, the small steps. And I think a lot of people, they take the whole thing, and they don't break it down. And Master even talks about it. Just break it down. I think the term he calls it, hurry slowly, right? You just take that first step, and you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step, and from there you'll build the confidence, and then from there you'll feel that you can do it. And I had never felt that kind of feeling before, where I felt like I could do something meaningful in my life, and actually have the audacity to think that I could get the things that I really, really want in my heart of hearts. I would settle. I would think, okay, well, I could settle for it, but then I don't want to, be on my deathbed and think about all the what ifs. And I know that goes through a lot of people's minds, is the what ifs. What if I took that step? What if I made that investment? I'm scared, but what if? The reason why people don't, there's people that do and don't, is because one, and this is what Master talks about too, is he talks about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And I know it almost sounds cliche because it's said so much, but it's so true. We all feel the fear, but being able to take those steps is what makes all the difference in the mindset. So I think the mindset shift was just being able to have that, and also have a community, which we do have. So everyone out there, we do have a community to lean on. We just have to be brave enough and have the courage to ask for help when we need it. So
That's good. I mean, you shared your story, how the survival thing happened in your life, and how you changed your life by attending the events. And what I think about this is, like, this is your trauma, the childhood trauma, I think.
yeah.
And that bring you up, like, that brought you up like this.
Right.
And then suddenly something happened, some divine time, and you just on the video.
Yeah.
And you started watching it, and then suddenly the event happened, and you attended the event.
Yeah.
And the next event. So this is all I think about divine time and the mentor, the guru that you got.
Yeah.
I think everyone should have a mentor in their life. I think
Absolutely. 100%.
who's
Couldn't
going
agree
to
more.
give you some teaching, some lesson, but you have to find out who's the mentor.
Yes. Yeah.
What I think, by listening to you, I think the audience can also relate. If you guys are thinking like, okay, this is my end, this is the end of life, I don't think so. You are in the wrong zone. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because see, this guy is sitting here who thought of suicide, but he changed all his mind and he changed his life. And now today he's in Dubai attending one of the event of Master Shri Akarshna. And it's not like I'm talking about only Master Shri Akarshna.
Yeah. Right.
It's like a mentor in your life. Anyone.
Absolutely.
For them and for the time, like whatever you can do, I think you should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because anyway, one day you have to die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Anyway, you have to die one day. So it's better to live your life and go with the struggle, go with the phase, what you're going on with. Just let it be. Just don't think about anything. And I think, DC, you are the best inspiring story you gave us today, that just go on, go with the flow.
Absolutely.
Life will
100%.
happen. I mean, something good or bad will happen, but if the bad is going on, good will come soon. So
For sure.
That's the process of life, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
It's what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And now you're here,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling lucky. I think the Iamverse people are feeling so motivational by listening to your story. I mean, this is actually motivational.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So now, DC, I'll ask you few more questions, like one or two.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so now that you feel empowered
Right.
to achieve what you truly want,
Yeah.
what is the one big dream you are currently manifesting that you wouldn't have dared to dream a year ago?
Truly, when I say financial freedom, I really mean life freedom. Just being able to do what I want, whenever I want, with whomever I want. And the whomever we want will be attracted by the person we become. And the money will come because of the person we become. That's what another thing Master taught me. I didn't know about any of these things. I thought life was just about survival. You go to college, you get a job, and then you retire off of very little, and then you die. That system is insane. When they say you have the audacity to think of financial freedom, I would say to them, they'll say you're crazy, right? And I think the crazy is working for someone and then dying, because after 60, people don't retire at 65 anymore. It's like your whole life is for someone else. Why not live for you? I mean, that's another thing. And then it's not even just being able to be motivational. I mean, I didn't know about spirituality at all. I wasn't even into it. Wasn't even interested in it. It's for those people that like to hug trees, wear beads, wear wristband, like those, chanting and all that. It just didn't make any sense. But then Master ties it all together, where it becomes this science, this beautiful science that makes a lot of logical sense, and at the same time gives me peace of mind at the same time. So if I could say one big thing would be the financial freedom for which it would get me, for what it would get me, for what it would get me to become, to achieve it, and to attract the friendships, and to be able to offer my services to the world, be able to serve the world and give back. And I think the world needs a lot of healing right now. I don't think it takes a genius to figure that out. I mean, I think we all need some healing.
Wow.
Yeah,
True.
absolutely.
Okay, DC, that's nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Just, this is a Iamverse thing, like this is a podcast thing we do.
Sure.
So we'll just play a rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay. At
Sounds
last
great.
we do-
Fire
we do
away.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
5-6 questions I'll ask you, and
Sure.
you just have to answer in one word.
Oh,
Okay. And
fun.
and you can't think of, or like you can't think anything. You just have to answer like whatever is coming. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let's start.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Perfect. Okay, DC. One word to describe your life before Iamverse. One word.
Doomed.
And anything related to that, like anything you want to share? Why?
Because
A one-line thing.
yeah, I just didn't see the point in living.
Okay. One word to describe your life now.
Hope.
One line for that.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep walking.
Oh, intense. Okay. Your favorite way to start the morning.
Water. That's one word.
Yes.
Well, water is life, and we're made out of water, and it helps us get into a good vibration if we get enough of it. And yeah, in Dubai, I think you need to drink a lot of water, right?
Yeah, true. If you could say one thing to your younger self, what would it be?
Don't worry. Well, that's 2 words.
No, that's okay.
Calm. There.
And why?
Because I was so terrified of life, terrified of people, because of how I was programmed and conditioned to think. And I think that's a lot of people out there are conditioned to be afraid of people now. And so if I were to tell that to my younger self, it would just be calm, because just it's not that scary if you really just calm down, take a breath. That's what Master says. Yeah.
Wow. What does freedom mean to you?
Everything. What doesn't, why wouldn't it be anything else? could be excluded from that, right? Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, DC, it was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming to our podcast channel. And thank you for sharing your story. And we loved your story. I hope the audience would love it too. And I hope you also got some motivational gyan, like motivational thing you can apply in your life. If you are thinking of something like that, like, oh, this is the end of life, I think you should watch the full episode and subscribe to our channel. And if you like it, please hit the like button so that we can make more videos like this. Thank you so much.